Hello friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. A very good afternoon to all of you. Those who can hear me, please quickly confirm if I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. Varun, good afternoon. Good to see you once again in this session. Alright, so friends, welcome back once again. In this month, we have seen that we are bringing for all of you the detailed question paper with its solution of CAT 2019. Now, CAT 2019 happened in two different slots. So, in the beginning of this month, we have looked at all the three sections of slot one, and in the second half of this month, we started with the second slot of all the three sections. Now, already QA slot 2, I have started this session and we have discussed the first half, the 17 questions of QA slot 2. And this is basically the part 2, the second part of QA slot 2. So in this session, I'll be discussing the remaining 17 questions of QA. Now, with every question, I'll also give you a suggestion whether we should attempt this type of question during the examination or not. Okay, so it is important to take a decision as to we should leave the question or should we attempt the question in order to basically save a lot of time on difficult questions and investing that amount of time in the questions that are doable, that are easy, that are less lengthy, so that we can increase the number of attempts and hence increase our marks in any of the sections of CAT examination. All right, so friends, let us start this session, or I shall say that let us continue with QA slot 2 of CAT 2019. So already we have seen the first 17 questions. So I'll start from where I have left in the previous session. So question number 18. Now question number 18 is I can say not a difficult question if you are comfortable with three-dimensional geometry. Okay. So it's important to spend at least 2-3 hours on three-dimensional geometry and understand the basic shapes of prism, pyramid, especially these two figures. Okay. Now, generally, you will get a difficult question from prism and pyramid as far as the observation of the figure is concerned. Okay, so you will have to visualize the figure because it's a three-dimensional figure. We cannot draw the exact figure. Now, in this case, the base of a regular pyramid. So, regular pyramid is a pyramid such that the base is a regular polygon. So it can be an equilateral triangle, the base, it can be a square, it can be a regular pentagon, regular hexagon, or any kind of regular polygon. So the base in this case is given as a square, and each of the other four sides or other four faces is an equilateral triangle. Right? Now there is a base which is a square, and then the other faces will be the triangles. In this case, it is given that they are equilateral triangles and length of each side of that equilateral triangle is 20 centimeter. So first of all, I'll draw the figure for this. Okay, so let's draw a figure having a base as a square. It's a regular pyramid, so the figure will be something like this. All right, so at the bottom I can see a square. Since this is a three-dimensional figure, I have not drawn a perfect square. You can visualize it as a rhombus, but it is actually a square. All right. So the figure A, B, C, D, this is a square, right? Now, after this, the other four sides or the other four faces are equilateral triangles. So let's consider this point at the top, and this point O is joined with all the vertices of the squares to form a regular pyramid. Right? So this is how we can draw a regular pyramid. Right? Now the center of the square, the point of intersection of the diagonals of the square, let's say this is point P, and point O will be lying vertically above point P. Now let's join these two lines, O and P, all right, and also join A and P. So now you can say that triangle APO will be a right angled triangle which will be right angled at point P. But before that, let us look at the length of the other sides which are given. Now the question says that equilateral triangle of side 20. So you can say that triangle OAB look at top right hand side. Triangle OAB is an equilateral triangle, okay, and each side will be 20 centimeters. So I can say that OA will be equal to OB will be equal to AB, and each of these sides will be 20 centimeters, and hence we can say that each of the side of the square will also be 20 centimeter, right? Now the only challenge is to find the lengths of AP. Length of OA is already given, and using Pythagoras theorem we will be able to find the length of OP. Alright, so let's work on that. Now first of all, length of AP. Now AP will be half AC. AC is the diagonal of the square. Now the square's side is 20 centimeter. So a square whose side is 20 centimeter, the length of the diagonal should be 20 under root 2. Alright, so it will be half of 20 under root 2. So these are some things about right angled triangle, or wherever you are forming a right angled triangle. These are some things that we need to know. So here there was a square of side 20 centimeter. So 20 centimeter का अगर square है तो उसका diagonal कितना होगा? It will be 20 under root 2. Half of it will be 10 under root 2, which will be the length of AP. Okay, so AP का length आ गया 10 under root 2. Length of OA is already given in the question, which is 20. So to find out the length of OP, triangle OPA is a right angled triangle as I have drawn in the figure, and right angle. So I will say that this kind of question should be given first preference in this paper. So as soon as this question appears in front of you, you can get indulged in this question. You will take around 2 minutes to solve this question, which is a good amount of time as far as CAT paper is concerned. So 1.5 to 2 minutes idle time to solve this question. If you are able to solve it in less than that amount of time, it is good. But an average student spending 1.5 to 2 minutes is fine on this question. All right. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. I'll stay on that question for a few seconds. We'll give you some time to understand that, and then I'll present the solution. Okay. So question number 19 is based on logarithms. Now, if you understand some basic concepts of logarithms, then this question will be very easy for you. So if x is a real number, then under root of log 4x minus x square upon 3, and the base is e. This will be a real number if and only if. So for which range of values of x, the given expression will be a real number. Now, there are two ways of solving this. One is using options. You can start eliminating the options. Otherwise, you can directly start solving this, but you need to understand the basics of logarithms. Okay, so first of all, anything which is an under root of x, this will be a real number if x is greater than equal to 0. This is one point that you need to know. Okay, the second point that you need to know is the definition of logarithm. For what values of x, log x will be defined. So if I'll write log x, base can be anything. Okay, now first of all, log x is defined only for positive real values of x. So x has to be a positive real number. Okay, now log x is not defined when x is negative or when x is 0, right? So log x is defined only for positive real values of x. Also, after that, so I can say that the values of x will be in the range of 0 to infinity, 0 not included. Secondly, you can say that if the value of x is less than 1, that means if x lies from 0 to 1, okay, any value between 0 and 1, the value of log x will be negative. All right. Secondly, if x is equal to 1, then log x is equal to 0. Finally, if x is greater than 1, that means the value of x is starting from 1 up till infinity, x is greater than 1, then you can say that log x will be positive. So these are some important things that you must understand for log function, right? Now I have an expression which includes under root sign. So it is clearly visible that log of 4x minus x square upon 3 to the base e should be greater than or equal to 0. Right? So this value should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now, for log of anything to be greater than or equal to 0, I can say that this portion 4x minus x square upon 3 should be greater than or equal to 1. You can combine these two definitions which I have mentioned on the right hand side, and using that you can say that 4x minus x square divided by 3 should be greater than or equal to 1. Now you can solve this inequality and you will get your answer very easily. Okay, so it's just this amount of knowledge and this much of work is required to solve this question. Ideally, around 1 minute should be taken to solve this question. Okay, so further 4x minus x square should be greater than equal to 1, taking all the values on one side. So x square minus 4x plus 1 should be less than equal to 0. अब इसको simplify करेंगे and factorize करेंगे, so you will get x minus 3. Wait. Oh, one second. छोटा सा error कर दिया मैंने, बहुत छोटा सा error. So 3, it should be 3 on the right hand side. Okay, because I've taken 3. So it will be x square minus 4x plus 3 should be less than equal to 0. Now you can factorize this. Abhi, good afternoon. You have joined a little late, I believe. Okay, you haven't missed a lot. So this is just the second question. This is the continuation part of QA slot 2. 17 questions were already discussed. Before this question, we have discussed just one question. That was question number 18. So x minus 3 into x minus 1 is less than equal to 0. And the range of values of x will be less than equal to 3 and greater than equal to 1. The later part is very simple. Once you have got this inequality, then after that it's just the solving. So I can say that the answer for this question will be option C. Ideally, less than 1 minute should be taken to solve this question. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next question, question number 20. Now, question number 20 can also be solved orally. Yes. So have a look at this question, observe it, and then we'll start with the explanation. So ABC is a right angled triangle, hypotenuse of length 20 centimeters. So first of all, let us draw a random triangle, a random right angled triangle, such that the hypotenuse is 20 centimeters. This is B and this is C, and right angled at A. Okay. Now hypotenuse is given as 20. AP be the perpendicular on BC. So from vertex A, we have dropped a perpendicular on BC. So let's say that this is a perpendicular on BC and meeting BC at point P. Now we have to find the maximum length of AP. Now AP will be maximum if point A is as far away from BC. Okay. If point A is at the farthest distance from line BC. Okay. Now A will be at the maximum distance from BC only if AB and AC are equal. Only if this is a right isosceles triangle. So length of AP will be maximum only if AB and AC will be equal. Okay, so hypotenuse is 20 centimeters and we know that AB and AC are equal. So the length of each of them will be 20 upon under root 2. Okay, so again this comes from the understanding of right angle triangle. Okay. Yes, Varun, Pythagorean triplets can be used. Okay, but this is not the question using Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so we cannot randomly draw any triangle. So understand that we have to maximize the length of AP. To maximize the length of AP, both the other two sides should be equal. All right. So 20 upon under root 2. So this value will be 10 under root 2 and 10 under root 2. Okay. Right. So this is what happens. Now, this is a right isosceles triangle. AB and AC are equal. So a simple understanding will tell you that in a right isosceles triangle, point P will be the midpoint of BC. Okay, now if P is the midpoint of BC, then I can say that AP will be equal to BP, will be equal to CP, and each of them will be equal to 10 centimeters. That is hypotenuse divided by 2. All right. So each of these will be 10 centimeters, which is hypotenuse divided by 2. Otherwise, you could have also solved it and you'll get the same answer. So the correct answer here will be option A, that is 10 centimeters. I'll repeat this part once again. So later on, I said that since this triangle is a right isosceles triangle, so perpendicular dropped from the vertex on the hypotenuse will bisect the hypotenuse, and hence the distance of the midpoint of hypotenuse will be same from all the three vertices. That point, the midpoint of the hypotenuse, is also called as the circumcenter. The midpoint of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is called circumcenter. Circumcenter will be equidistant from all the vertices, and hence you can say that the length of AP will be hypotenuse divided by 2, and that is equal to 20 divided by 2, 10 centimeters. Right? Okay, great. Now friends, attending this session will help you uh, getting equipped with some of the concepts that you will not find in normal books. Okay, so I'll also give you some of the tricks and techniques using which you can solve these questions little faster. Moving on to the next question, question number 21. Question number 21 is a wonderful question of time, speed, distance, the concept of circular races. Okay, so some wonderful concepts will be applicable in this question. So let's read this question now. So two ants A and B start from a point P on a circle at the same time. So let's draw this circle first of all. So on the right hand side of your screen, you can see the circular track. So let's say this is point P. Ant A started in clockwise direction, this is given, and ant B is moving in anti-clockwise direction, right? The speeds are not given. They meet for the first time at 10 a.m. when A has covered 60% of the track. So when A has covered 60% of the track, let's say here, they have met. Let me mark this point as point Q. So this is the point at which they have met for the first time when A has covered 60%. So when A has covered 60%, B, the other ant, would have covered 40%, right? Now, since they have covered this amount of distance in equal amount of time, I can say that the ratio of their speeds will be equal to the ratio of the distances that they have covered. So the ratio of the speeds of A and B will be equal to 60% divided by 40%. That is 3 upon 2. All right. So with this portion up till like reading up till this part, I have determined the ratio of their speeds. Further, they are saying that if A returned to point P, so A continuing on this racetrack returned to point P at 10:12 a.m. That means A has covered 40% of the track. A has covered 40% of the track starting from 10 a.m. 10 a.m. it was at point Q. Okay, so 10 a.m. they met at point Q, and after that in another 12 minutes, A has covered 40% of the track, right? Now we have to find out at what time ant B will return to the point P. Now, tricky है थोड़ा सा, carefully solve करना पड़ेगा. Now, we have already defined the ratio of their speeds. So, this is the ratio of their speeds. So, the ratio of time taken will be inverse the ratio of their speeds, and that will be equal to 2 upon 3. Now this ratio of the time will be applicable only when they are covering equal distances. Okay, so ratio of time for A and B is 2 upon 3. So if A has covered 40% of the track in 12 minutes, so B will cover 40% of the track in how many minutes? We can find out using the ratio of time. Okay, so ratio is 2 upon 3. A is to B. A has taken 12 minutes. Let's say T is the time taken by and B. So the value of T will come out to be 18 minutes, right? Now, don't commit any mistake at this point. 18 minutes is not the time in which and B will return to point P. Okay, so answer will not be 10:18. So I saw a lot of students marking option B in this case. Okay, now 18 minutes is the time taken by and B to cover 40% of the track. Okay, but and B को कितना cover करना है? And B has to cover a remaining of 60%. So 40% अगर 18 minutes में cover किया तो 60% it will cover in 27 minutes. All right, and 10:27. Mohit, 10:27 will be the correct answer for this question. All right, am I clear? So I'll repeat it once again. So first of all, I determined the ratio of the speeds. So since and A and B met after covering 60% and 40% of the tracks, so the ratio of their speeds will be 60 upon 40, that is 3 upon 2. From there, I calculated the ratio of their time taken to cover equal amount of distances. So ratio of time will be 2 upon 3. Okay, now this part is very important. The time in which A has covered 40% of the track is 12 minutes. Okay, so B will cover 40% of the track by using the ratio हमने find out कर लिया 18 minutes. So B will cover 40% of the track in 18 minutes. But after point Q, B has to cover the 60% of the track. So for 60%, it will take 27 minutes and hence it will reach point P at 10:27 a.m. So option C will be the correct answer for this question. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question, question number 22. Now, if you have done the algebra properly, and if you understand the concepts of special equations, then you will be able to do this question in less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I mean it, less than 30 seconds. Okay, now let's understand the dynamics of this equation. So equation is m square plus 105 equal to n square. I can rewrite this as n square minus m square equals 105, where m and n are positive integers. Okay, so if m and n are positive integers, I can say that m square and n square are perfect squares. Okay, so question becomes that in how many ways 105 can be written as the difference of two perfect squares. Difference of two perfect squares. Okay, now I'll quickly simplify this and then I'll give you a shortcut of this. Okay, so first of all, let us simplify this. So I can write it as n plus m into n minus m as 105. So let's say this is A, this is B. Now since both m and n are positive integers, I can say that n plus m will be greater than n minus m. So A multiply B is equal to 105, where A should be greater than B. So now I'll find out in how many ways 105 can be written as the product of two numbers. Now this is a very basic concept of number systems that we learn in first or second lecture of number systems. Okay, so 105, I can factorize it at the bottom of the screen as 3 into 5 into 7. 3 raised power 1, 5 raised power 1, 7 raised power 1. Number of factors will be 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. Number of ways of writing this number as the product of two factors will be number of factors, which is 8 divided by 2, that is 4. So there are 4 ways in which 105 can be written as the product of two numbers. And hence number of ways of writing 105 as the difference of two perfect squares will become 4, and 4 will be the final answer for this question. Okay. Now, some important facts about this type of question. Now, first of all, n square minus m square. This value can be an odd number or a number which is of the form of 4k. Okay. So either the difference of two perfect squares can be an odd number or it can be a multiple of 4. It cannot be of the form 4k plus 2. It cannot be in this form. Alright. So if n square minus m square is odd, directly calculate the number of ways of writing this number. I'm repeating it. If this is an odd number, if on the right hand side this is an odd number, directly calculate the number of ways of writing it as the product of two factors. Okay, you will hardly take 20 seconds to get your answer. Otherwise, if it is an even number, which is a multiple of 4, so divide this number by 4. Okay, so let's say this is equal to 200. So 200 को 4 से divide करो, you will obtain 50. Alright, and then whatever number you will obtain, calculate the number of ways of writing that number as the product of two factors. It will give you the answer directly. Okay, so this is how you can find out the answer for this type of question in less than 20 seconds. Okay, right? So at one stage, people are thinking that this is a very lengthy question, but actually this is not a lengthy question. This is hardly a matter of 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, you can take 3 marks. You can take 3 marks in your kitty in less than 30 seconds. Okay, let's move on to the next one, question number 23. Now, question number 23 देखने में लेंदी लग रहा है, looks lengthy, but if you will use some efficient methods to solve this question, then this will be like a question which can be done in somewhere around 1 to 1.5 minutes. ज़्यादा time नहीं लगेगा, 1.5 minutes में easily finish कर सकते हैं. Okay, all right, let's read this out. The salaries of Ramesh, Ganesh and Rajesh were in the ratio 6, 5 and 7. So I'll consider 3 people, Ramesh, Ganesh and Rajesh. Their salaries were in the ratio 6:5:7. So 6x ले लेते हैं, 5x and 7x, and this is for year 2010, right? And the ratio is 3:4:3 in 2015. So after 5 years, the ratio changed. Because Ramesh's salary increased by 25% in this period, so Ramesh's salary increased by 25%. So if the original salary was 6x, increasing this salary by 25%, that means 1/4. So 6x का 1/4 कितना होगा? It will be 1.5x. So let us increase the salary of Ramesh by 1.5x. So it will become 7.5x. Alright. Now they have given the percentage increase in the salary of Ramesh and also the final ratio. The final ratio is 3:4:3. So according to the final ratio, the salary of Ramesh and Rajesh is equal. Okay, 3:4:3. This is the final ratio, and according to this, their salaries should be equal. So I can say that if the salary of Ramesh in 2015 is 7.5x, so the salary of Rajesh should also be 7.5x. All right. So now we know the initial salary of Rajesh. We know the final salary of Rajesh. We just need to find out the percentage increase in the salary of Rajesh. So the percentage increase is change, which is 0.5 upon the original value, multiply by 100. Upon solving this, you will get 1/14. Now 1/14 is precisely 7.14%. So there is an increase of 7.14% in the salary of Rajesh, which you can mark as option B because you'll have to mark the closest answer in this question. All right. So simple as that. Less than 1 minute probably, but in case this particular method does not strikes, this question is of not more than 1.5 minute. Also arithmetic का question है, percentages का question है, so this question should be given good reference. So it cannot be left at like in the first round in which you'll be doing this paper. All right. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Next question. Yes, Mohit, I'll repeat the last part. Now, Mohit, once you have got the salary of Ramesh, looking at the ratio, which is 3:4:3, I can see that the salary of Ramesh and Rajesh, they are equal. So, I can also put the salary of Rajesh as 7.5x. Now, Rajesh, initial salary and final salaries are given. So, you can find out the percentage change. The change is of 0.5. Original value was 7. So, 0.5 upon 7 will be 1 upon 14. 1 upon 14 in terms of percentages will be 7.14. All right. Okay. So, looking at question number 24 seems to be a lengthy question. And if you'll read just 1 or 2 lines of this question, you will understand that this is a question of mensuration. Okay, in which you will have to melt a given figure and mold it in some other figures, right? So this is that type of question. Now generally I have seen that we take good amount of time in such questions, right? So what I do is I'll give this type of question a second preference. I'll bookmark this question and will make sure that if I'll get let's say a few minutes towards the end of the question, I'll definitely come back to this question because these type of questions are doable, but they are time consuming. Okay, so length is big, numbers 405, 783, 351 बहुत गंदे गंदे numbers दिए हुए हैं, and question में कहीं पे minimum भी लिखा है. If the total number of cylinders is to be kept minimum, so number of cylinders अगर minimum रखने हैं तो clearly है mind में that we have to maximize the volume. Okay. Also, after doing everything related to volume, melt करना है एक figure को, mold करना है दूसरी figure में, we have to calculate the surface area of all these figures. So definitely question will take more than 2 minutes and kept at and can be kept at second priority. Okay, fine. Yes, Mohit. So these type of questions, Anjali, we can find Ganesh's salary, but it is not required. That is why I did not calculate that in the previous question. Okay, so let's stick with this one. So yes, Mohit, I do agree that we must avoid these type of questions. But Mohit, if you'll get into these type of questions, let's say if you'll spend 3-4 hours on mensuration, then you will realize that the questions are actually doable. You have to be a little careful, which is what is expected in this examination. Careful तो रहना ही है हमें. We should not be doing calculation errors. In case you are a person who makes mistake in calculations, then you are also given an on-screen calculator. You can use that calculator in such calculations. Okay, so these questions can be taken but given second preference. Let's start this. A man makes complete use of 405cc iron, 783 aluminium and 351 copper. Cc is cubic centimeters. To make right circular cylinders, solid right circular cylinders. So you are given some metallic balls, iron, aluminium and copper, and they are to be molded in right circular cylinders of each type of metal. So that means we have to keep these metals separate. Iron के अलग cylinders बनाने हैं, aluminium के अलग, and copper separately. Okay, now these cylinders have to be of same volume. This is important, and each of these has a radius of 3 centimeters. Equal volumes, radius of 3 centimeters. Also, total number of cylinders has to be kept minimum. So we have to minimize the number of cylinders. That means we'll have to maximize the volume of each cylinder. All the cylinders should have equal volumes and we have to kept the number of cylinders minimum. That means we'll have to maximize the volume. So that maximum volume of each of the cylinders has to be the highest common factor of these three numbers. This is one thing that we have determined. All right, fine. Okay, so now the first task is to obtain the highest common factor of these three numbers. Okay, I can see that I can take 9 common from all of them. Okay, so this will become 9 common लेने के बाद 4 into 9 36, 4 45. So I'm taking 9 common. 8 9s is 72 and 7. Okay, and from here this is 3 and 9. Now again 3 can be taken common. So 9 into 3. So this will become 15. This will become 29 and this will become 13. Okay, so 27, nothing can be taken common now. So 27 will become the volume of each of these cylinders, and the number of cylinders of each of these types will be 15 of first type. I'm marking it with a red color. Okay, so the remaining part after taking highest common factor will give you the number of cylinders. So 15 cylinders plus 29 cylinders plus 13 cylinders. Okay, so total number of cylinders 20, 30, 40, 52, 57. The total number of cylinders will be 57. Each of these cylinders is of equal volume. Volume is 27 and the number of cylinders is 57. Right? Now we have obtained the volume of each of these cylinders and the base radius is given as 3. Okay, so volume is 27, which can be now equated to the formula of volume, which is pi r square h. Pi radius is given as 3 multiplied by h, and I'll obtain the height of each of these cylinder. So this is equal to 3 upon pi. So 3 upon pi is the height of each of these cylinders. Radius of each of these cylinders is 3, and we have to calculate the total surface area of all these cylinders. Okay, so total surface area, bottom left hand side of the screen, you can have a look at it. Formula for surface area, total surface area is 2 pi r into r plus h. Okay, now 2 pi r is 3, bracket 3 plus 3 upon pi, the value of height is 3 upon pi. So this is total surface area of one of the cylinders. Okay, so let me simplify this. So it will be equal to 3 common ले लेते हैं. So 18 pi bracket 1 plus 1 upon pi. I can consume pi inside the brackets. So 18 bracket pi plus 1. Right? So now I can see that the answer is going in this direction. So A cannot be the answer, B cannot be the answer, C doesn't looks like this will be the answer because of the bracket. So at this point, you can mark option D. Otherwise, if you want to get to the exact answer, this is the surface area of one of the cylinders. Multiply it with the total number of cylinders, which was 57. So total surface area will be 57 multiply 18 into pi plus 1. Now let's multiply these. 7 into 8 is 56. 6, 40, 47, 52, 2, 5 and 5, 10. So 1026 bracket pi plus 1 is the final answer. Alright, which now can be marked as option D. Okay. Alright, so that was question number 24. Not difficult, like I said. Obviously, challenging part was interpretation of this question. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the next question. Now, before we'll go to the next question, one small request from all of you. Let's take a few seconds out and press the like button. Come on, do that. Those students who are watching this session right now, please do press the like button, comment, share, and do subscribe our channel. If you want to watch all the sessions, all the upcoming sessions for the preparation of CAT this year. All right. Once you are a subscriber of this channel, don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the notifications of all the upcoming sessions, right? Okay, so press the like button so that we can continue with this session, all of you. It's a small request. I am getting everything that you want. So please, I just want all of you to increase the number of likes. Thank you very much. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Looking at the next question, question number 25. A very easy question can be managed in I can say less than a minute. Okay. Now quadratic equation is given and the roots are given where a is an integer. So which of the following is the possible value of b square plus c? Okay. Now we know that sum of the roots is minus b upon a. Okay. Sum of the roots is minus b upon a. In the given quadratic equation, it will be minus b. And the two roots are 4a and 3a. So sum of the roots will be 4a plus 3a, that is 7a. Okay. So minus b will be equal to 7a. And squaring both sides, I'll get b square as 49a square. Keep this aside. Then apply product of the roots. Product of the roots in a quadratic equation is c upon a. In the above equation, it will be c. C will be equal to the product of the roots, that is 4a multiply 3a, which is 12a square. So this is the value of c, right? Now the expression that is required is b square plus c, that is 49a square plus 12a square. Adding these two, this will be 61a square, right? A is given as an integer, so a can be 1, a can be 2, a can be 3. So if a is 1, the value of this expression will be 61 into 1. If the value of a is 2, it will be 61 into 4. If the value of a is 2, 61 into 9, and so on. So I can say that it will be a perfect square multiple of 61. So 61 multiplied by a perfect square can be the possible value of b square plus c. Among the options, you can check it very easily. So 61 into 1 is 61, 61 into 4 is 244, and 61 into 9 is 549. 549 is among the options and can be easily marked as the answer. So one of the easiest questions that you will get is there in front of you. So the correct answer is option B, that is 549. Let's quickly move on to question number 26. Question looks lengthy, but if let's say you will enter this question, you will not regret. In fact, you will be benefited from entering this question. अब बहुत easy question है. In a 6-digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth, that is the rightmost digit, is the sum of first 3 digits. So let's say the first 3 digits are A, B, and C. So they are saying that the sixth digit is the sum of these 3. That means it will be A plus B plus C. Okay. Now I'll keep writing or changing the values of these digits as and when I'll get the information from the question. So I'm done up till this part. Okay. Next. So all of you can take a lead. Mohit, Guru, Suraj, Anjali, you all are solving. Varun, you are not responding. So you all can take a lead and give me an answer for this one. The fifth digit is the sum of the first 2. That means it is A plus B. The third digit is equal to the first. So C and A are equal. So instead of C, I'll write A. All right. So C is no longer the value. I'll write A. So accordingly, the last digit, the rightmost digit, will become 2A plus B. All right. Okay. Also, the second digit is twice the first digit. So second digit is twice the first digit. So it will become twice of A. So accordingly, the fifth digit will become 3A and the rightmost digit will become 4A. All right. So these are the latest values of these digits. Right? Okay. and the fourth digit is the sum of fifth and sixth. So the fourth digit which is left is the sum of fifth and sixth. So that is 3a plus 4a, which becomes 7a. Okay, now these are the values of all the digits in terms of a. अब यहाँ पे clearly visible है, कुछ भी question पूछा हो, the value of a can only be 1. It cannot be 2. Because if the value of a is 2, then this number will become 14 and hence it will not be a 2-digit number. So they are asking then the largest possible value of the fourth digit. So these are the digits. Largest possible value of this fourth digit will be when a is equal to 1. So this value will be 7a, that is equal to 7. So the correct answer for this question will be 7. And that's it. The question is done. Yes, Mohit, you are absolutely correct. You have already given the answer. 7 is the correct answer. Right? Okay. Question number 27. Now a question of arithmetic. You can see percentages, profit and loss, right? So this question is doable, I can say. Right? So question is, Mohit purchased 10 bicycles in 2017, all at the same price. He sold 6 of these at a profit of 25% and the remaining 4 at a loss of 25%. If he made a total profit of 2000 rupees, then his purchase price for a bicycle in rupees is. My God. Can you expect such an easy question in CAT? Yes, this is actual CAT paper that we are solving. Okay. So 10 bicycles. Let's assume the cost price of each of them. कुछ भी assume कर सकते हो, 100x assume कर लो, 10x assume कर लो, totally up to you. So I've assumed the value as 100x. Now on 6 bicycles, he has sold each of them at a profit of 25. So plus 25x. I'm just writing the profit or loss statement. I'm not writing the selling price because finally they have given the profit. Understand this thing. Finally, they have given the profit. That is why I am making an equation in terms of profit. I'm not keeping track of selling price. Okay. So 6 bicycles he sold, each at a profit of 25%. Since the cost price of each bicycle I have assumed as 100x. So on each bicycle, he will get a profit of 25x. 6 bicycles like this. On 4 bicycles, each of them is sold at 25% loss. So I can say that his net profit or loss will be a profit of 2 multiplied 25, 6 and 4 ka difference because this part is same, easy calculations, and this is 50x. So his net profit in terms of x should be 50x. Now 50x is given as 2000 in this question. So the value of x will be equal to 40. Right? So if the value of x is 40, cost price of each of the bicycle will be 100 into 40, that is 4000. Such an easy question, less than a minute, you will get the answer. So Mohit, Suraj, both of you have given a perfect answer for this one. Other students who are watching this session, guys, we are solving easy questions. We are solving the questions of CAT. Yes, so you can contribute with your answers, with your comments in the chat box. Okay? चलिए और इजी क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं कितने क्वेश्चंस इजी थे कैट में. So next, question number 28. Number of common terms in the two given sequences. Okay, the sequences seems to be AP. If they are AP, this is again a very easy question. Now also, to make things easier, they have given the last terms of the AP as well. So first series is an AP having a common difference of 4. Second series is an AP, yes, with a common difference of 5. So we have got 2 APs. Now the simple way to get the answer is find the first common term and the last common term. First common term, you can see in front of you, it is 19. So first common term is 19 and we'll have to make a little efforts to look at the last common term. Okay. Now last common term cannot be more than 415 because 415 is the last term of the first sequence. Okay. So 415 से बड़ा नहीं हो सकता. So we'll search for the last common term in the first series only. So I'll write a few terms at the end of the first series. Check if this term will lie in the second series or not. So the first series, the last term is 415. Okay. Now this second series is 14, 19, 24, 29 and so on. The common difference is 5. The question is such a straightforward question. So the units digit of each and every term in the second series is either 4 or 9. Okay, that's it. So let's write a few terms at the end of the first series having a common difference of 4. So 415, 411, 407, 403 and 399. 399 unit digit is 9. I can say that definitely this will be a term in the second series. So the last common term is 399. All right. Okay. So the first common term is 19 and the last common term is 399. These are the common terms. These are the common terms of the above two series and they will also form an AP with a common difference of the LCM of the common differences of the above sequences. Okay, so the common difference of this series will be the LCM of 4 and 5, which is 20. Okay, now count the number of terms. You know the first term, you know the last term, you know the common difference. Apply the formula. Nth term is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So the value of N will be equal to 399 minus 19, that is 380, divided by 20 plus 1, which will come out to be 20. Absolutely correct, Mohit and Suraj. So the correct answer will be option D, that is 20. Okay, so that was question number 28. Moving forward, question number 29. Now we just need to obtain the value of N after solving the expression on the left hand side of the given equation very carefully. If you have good amount of practice, then it will not take you much of time to solve this. Okay, now let's understand this expression. 2n plus 1, 2n plus 3, 2n plus 5, 2n plus 47. Look at these terms only. These are odd numbers starting from 1. So odd numbers up till 47. What will be the number of terms? Okay, if I'll consider this as one of the terms, so can you tell me the total number of terms in this series? Yes, anyone. Total number of terms. First term is 1, next term is 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, and finally it is 47. So what is the number of terms in this series? Anyone? So the number of terms, these are odd numbers. So 1 से लेके 47 तक के odd numbers check करने हैं. So basically it will be plus 1 कर दो, 47 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 24 terms. Okay, so I can say that these are 24 terms. So if I'll add the entire expression on the left hand side, 2n will be there 24 times. And then I will have 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on up till 47. Now these are the sum of first 24 odd number. Sum of first 24 odd numbers. Now sum of first n odd numbers. Carefully, sum of first n odd numbers. I'm writing the formula. Sum of first n odd numbers, the formula is n square. So the sum of first 24 odd numbers will be 24 square. Okay, so instead of this I can write 24 square. So now the equation will be 24 into 2, that is 48. So directly 48 लिख देते हैं, 48n plus 24 square is equal to 5280. Okay, fine. So this will be the expression. अब इस एक्सप्रेशन को सॉल्व करना है। ओके, सो 24 कॉमन ले सकते हैं पहले, 24 डेफिनेटली कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा। सो 2n plus 24 will be equal to, if I take 24 common, 52, 24, 48, so 2, 1, 0, again 2 cancel out कर देते हैं, so n plus 12 is equal to 105, and the value of n will be equal to 93. Alright, एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं। 5, oh sorry, यहाँ पे 2 आना चाहिए, 220, 110, 110 minus 12, wait, okay, so this is 98. So the value of n comes out to be 98. Now if the value of n is 98, we have to find the value of this expression 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up till n. Now this is sum of first n natural numbers. The formula is n into n plus 1 upon 2. Putting the value of n as 98, 98 into 99 divided by 2, that is 49 into 99. So 49 into 99, 4900 minus 49, that is 4851. So 4851 should be the final answer for this one. If I haven't commit any mistake, let's see any answer from your side, if you have given it or not. Alright, so Suraj says 4851. Yes, Suraj. So 4851 is the answer that I have obtained, and this can be the answer we can type in the box. So 4851, yes, it is the final answer. Okay, all right. Now let's continue with the next question. Question number 29 is done. Question number 30. But before I take you to the next number, okay, so Aditya has a question. I'll have a look at it, Aditya. But before we'll move on to the next question, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe our channel. Aditya, you're asking, hi sir, just gave my mock MSCT. Thanks for your lectures. For a self-studying student like me and high fees asking coachings, BYJU'S was a blessing. My God. So Aditya, thank you for writing such a beautiful comment. Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you, Mohit. You have just liked the session. Please, other students do also like this session, comment, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 30 looks lengthy, and solution, solved solution, strength of the solved solution, mixtures and allegations. Get into this question if your concepts of weighted averages and mixtures and allegations are fine, are above average. Okay, question lengthy hai definitely, but difficult nahi hai. Okay, the question is, the strength of a salt solution is P% if 100 ml of solution contains P grams of salt. We know that. We understand what is the meaning of strength of a solution. Okay, so the first line was a redundant information. I don't require this. So I can say that the length of the question shortens by one line. Chalo, ek line to waste ho gayi. Each of these three vessels ABC contains 500 ml of salt solution of strengths 10, 22, 32 respectively. Okay, so I'll write first of all, एक second. So I'll make the table here. A, B, C. Each of them has 500 ml. A has 10%. B has 22% and C has 32%. Okay, fine. So this is the volumes of salt solution with their strengths is given in each of these containers. Okay. Now, first of all, what they have done, 100 ml of solution from A is transferred to B. Okay. Now, in this case, I've taken 100 ml from A and have mixed it into B. So 100 ml of 10% solution is mixed with 500 ml of 22%. Understand, 100 ml from vessel A is mixed with 500 ml in vessel B. That means these solutions are mixed in the ratio of 1:5. I'm writing it. 100 ml of 10% solution is mixed with 500 ml of 22% solution. Now to make calculations faster, I can say that 100 ml and 500 ml, they are in the ratio 1:5. So using weighted average, I'll calculate the resultant strength of solution in vessel B. Okay, so vessel B now will have 1 into 10% plus 5 into 22 whole divided by 1 plus 5. They were mixed in the ratio 1:5. I have applied weighted average, simple concept of weighted average. Okay, simplify this. 10 plus 110, that is 120 divided by 6. This will be 20%. Okay, so now I can say that vessel B has 600 ml of 20% salt solution. Okay, right? Understood? Now let's look at the next step. Then 100 ml of solution in vessel B is transferred to vessel C. So vessel B से 100 ml उठाया. Okay, so vessel B में क्या है? 20%. So 100 ml of 20% is mixed with vessel C, which is 500 ml of 32%. So again they are mixed in the ratio 1:5. Done. So final solution in vessel C will be 1 into 20 plus 5 into 32 divided by 1 plus 5. So this is 20 plus 160, that is 180, 180 upon 6, 30%. So now vessel C now will have 600 ml of 30% salt solution. Now since 100 ml was taken from vessel A, the quantity of solution left in vessel A will be 400 ml and the strength will be same 10%. Vessel B 100 ml was put in vessel C, so vessel B will now have 500 ml of 20% solution. Okay, so this is in vessel B, this is in vessel C, and this is in vessel A. Now after this, finally, chalo, finally kuch kar rahe hain. Finally 100 ml of solution in vessel C is transferred. Okay, so from C 100 ml is transferred in vessel A and we have to find the final strength of A. So apply the same method. Now vessel C से 100 ml लिया, 100 ml of 30% is mixed with 400 ml of 10%. The ratio is 1:4, so 1 into 30 plus 4 into 10 divided by 1 plus 4, that will be the answer. So 70 divided by 5, 70 divided by 5 is 14. So the final percentage, final strength of solution in vessel A will be 14%, and Shivasankar has given a correct answer, option B. So this question was lengthy but not difficult. So I can keep it at a second priority and can come back to this question if I have time towards the end of the paper. Alright? Okay. Now lengthy question tha. We are tired. So take a 10-second break. Like this question, liking this session, press the like button. The students, those who have joined just now. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 31. Now, question number 31 is slightly tricky when it comes to solving this question using the most efficient approach. Okay, so here the left hand side of the expression has powers of 5 and powers of 3. Power of 5 is in terms of x, power of 3 is in terms of y. So we can assume 5 raised to the power x as another variable, 3 raised to the power y as some other variable. But I'll not assume 5 raised to the power x or 3 raised to the power y directly. Let us have a look at it. Now out of the two powers of 5, which of the powers of 5 is lower? This power of 5 is lower. So I'll assume 5 raised to the power x minus 1 as a. In order to eliminate the fractions, If I'll assume 5 raised to the power x as a, then 5 raised to the power x minus 1 will become a upon 5. I don't want to introduce fractions. So that is why I have assumed lower of these powers as another variable. Similarly, out of the two powers of 3, 3 raised to the power y is lower. So I'll assume 3 raised to the power y as b. Okay. Now I can write both these equations in terms of a and b. So the first equation will become 5 times a minus b is equal to 13438. Second equation will become a plus 3b equals 9686. Now you can eliminate any one of the variables. Okay, simple equations हैं, two variables हैं, you can solve for a and b. So let's do that. So I'm multiplying first equation by 3. So first equation को 3 से multiply करके I'm writing it with a blue color just like below that. So 15a minus 3b equals 4, 1, 3, 0, 4. So 40314. Adding these two equations, I'll get 16a, b will be eliminated. Adding these two, 314 and 686 is 1000, 41,000. Oh, this is 50,000 directly. So the value of a will be 50,000 upon 16. That is 25,000, 12,500, 6,250, 3,125. 3,125 is the value of a. Now a is the power of 5. Wonderful. So 5 raised to the power x minus 1 is equal to 3125, which is 625 into 5. Okay, so this is 5 raised to the power 5. So 5 raised to the power 5, and from here comparing the powers, I'll get the value of x as 6. So this is the first value I've got. Now value of x I've got. Done. Now using the value of a, I'll substitute this value of a in this equation. So 3b is equal to 9686 minus a, that is 3125, and this will become 6561. Yes, it is 3b. So the value of b, I can see this 6561 is also power of 9, hence power of 3. आसान हो रहा है सब कुछ. So b will be equal to 2187. The value of b was 3 raised to the power y. 2187. 2187 is equal to 3 raised to the power 7, because 2187 is 729 into 3. 729 is 3 raised to the power 6. So 3 raised to the power 6 into 3 is 3 raised to the power 7. So the value of y comes out to be 7. Now we got the value of x and y. They have asked us to find out the value of x plus y. That is 6 plus 7. 13 will be the final answer. Alright, nobody has given this answer yet. Aditya, Mohit, Shivasankar, come on. Suraj, what are you doing? So the correct answer for this question is equal to 6 plus 7, that is 13. Okay. Now let's quickly move on to the next one. Again, the question of percentages, simple interest, compound interest. Questions does not look difficult because the values of the amounts 12,000, 10,000 are not that difficult. Okay, so let's understand this question. Let's do the framework and then we'll start this one. Amal invests 12,000 at 8% compounded annually and 10,000 6% compounded semi-annually, both for 1 year. Another person invests 7.5% simple interest for 1 year. If both these get same interest, then the amount invested by the second person. Okay, so first of all, I'll calculate the interest obtained by the first person. Okay, so 12,000, 8% compounded annually for 1 year. So simple, 8% of 12,000. 1% is 120, 8% will be 960. Simple, hardly 5 seconds लगे मुझे कैलकुलेट करने में. सेकंड वाले में थोड़ा सा लगेगा टाइम. 10,000 invested at 6% but compounded half yearly. So half yearly interest will be 3% per half year. So first of all, interest will be 3% of 10,000. 3% of 10,000 will be 300. This is the interest for the first half year. Second half year के लिए this interest will be copied 300 plus 3% of 300, which will be 9 rupees. So total interest will be 609 rupees. Okay. Now how am I able to do these things quickly? I teach each and everything like this in my sessions. Okay. So this is the basic concept of compound interest. Nothing much. So total compound interest that the first person has received is 960 plus 609. That is 1569. बड़ी odd सी figure है, but ठीक है 1569. Now this is equal to the interest earned by the second person at 7.5%. So I can say that 7.5% of the amount of BIML is equal to 1569. Okay. 7.5 upon 100. 7.5 upon 100, that is 75 upon 1000. 3 and 4, so 3 upon 40. So value of B will be 1569 into 40 divided by 3. 3 से cancel कर लेते हैं. 523. 523 into 4 is 20960. So 20960. 20960 should be the answer of this question, right? Have a look at this. First of all, I calculated the interest earned by person A. All right, interest earned by person A on two different amounts, right? Then I calculated this thing, like total interest is 1569. 1569 is equated to the simple interest earned by the second person. 7.5% of B 1569, divide किया 1569 को 3 से 523 and multiply by 4. Okay, wait, sorry, this should be 2. So 20920, small mistake, 20920 should be the final answer for this one. Okay, right? So this is the amount invested by BIML. Let's move on to the next one, question number 33. Have a look at this question. Understand, again, this is a simple question of percentages, right? So a chain sequence is formed. A person procures some article, sold it to some other person at certain profit or loss. Then these two people sold it further to other two people at certain profit or loss. This is what is done here. So shopkeeper sells two tables, each procured at a cost price of P. So two tables, first table cost price is P, second table again the cost price is P. Now first table is sold to Amal at a profit of 20%. So first table is sold to Amal at a profit of 20%. That means Amal paid 1.2 of P. And second table is sold to Asim at a loss of 20%. So that means 0.8 P is paid by Asim. Okay. Now further, Amal sells his table to Bimal. So Amal sells his table to Bimal at a profit of 30%. So at a profit of 30% means 1.3 times the cost price. Okay, that is 1.56 times P. Second person, Asim, sells it to Barun at a loss of 30%. So loss of 30%, that means a factor of 0.7 multiplied by the cost price, which will become 0.56 times P. All right. So we have got the prices paid by Bimal and Barun. Now, if the amounts paid by Bimal and Barun are X and Y, so this is equal to X, this is equal to Y. So we have to find the value of this expression X minus Y divided by P. Now X minus Y, the difference of these two values, you can easily see that this is equal to P. So P upon P is what we have to find out, and it will be equal to 1. And yes, it is among the options. Wow, such an easy question. So question देखने में lengthy लग रहा था, but it It was actually an easy question. Okay. All right. So that was question number 33. Another easy question. I don't know how many easy questions are lying in this examination. 2019 QA slot 2. There were plenty of easy questions we have seen in the first part of this session. Now I can say that out of the 16 questions we have done up till now, around 12-13 questions were of easy level of difficulty. Okay, चलिए last question देखते हैं. Question number 34. This question is of time and work. Seems to be of time and work, but check करते हैं. So John gets 57 rupees per hour of regular work. Fine, and 114 per hour of overtime work. No, this is not of time and work. This seems to be a question of simple equations. So 57 per hour for regular मिलता है इसको and 114 for overtime. You can see 114 is exactly double of 57. Okay, you can use this particular thing at your advantage. He works altogether 72 hours and his income from overtime hours is 15% of his income from regular hours. So let's say number of regular hours is X and number of overtime hours is Y. Fine. Now his income from regular hour will be 57X and his income from overtime hour will be 114Y. So statement says that his income from overtime work, which is 114Y, is 15% of his income from regular hours. So this is 15%, that is 0.15 times this value. Okay. Now from here I can find out the ratio of X and Y. The ratio of X and Y, 57 and 114 cancel हो जाएगा. 2 divided by 0.15, that is 200 upon 15, that is 40 upon 3. So the number of hours of regular work and overtime work will be in the ratio of 40 upon 3 and total number of hours is given as 172. Such a simple question. So regular hours, I can assume it as 40K and overtime 3K. So 43K is equal to 172 where K is equal to 4. So number of regular hours will be 40 into 4, that is 160, and overtime hours is 3 into 4, that is 12. So 160 and 12 sum up to 172. Yes. Question is then how many hours did he work overtime? Overtime work is of 12 hours, and yes, that will be your answer. All right. So simple question to end with this paper. And I can easily say that in the last 17 questions that we have seen today, majority of the questions were of easy level of difficulty, were doable. 2 or 3 questions we saw that were doable, but a little lengthy, so you could have given them second priority. All right. No question I could find from this set of 17 questions that was difficult. So yes, all the questions were doable in this set of paper. So that was the entire QA slot of CAT 2019. So that was slot 2. People, if you have liked this session, please do press the like button, comment, share, and do subscribe our channel. Anyone who is looking to start his or her CAT preparation and want to join any of the programs, any of the batches for CAT 2022, this is one comprehensive program we have started in BYJU'S. And all the details of this program are given on your screen. You can follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and download the app from Google Play. That's all from my side, my dear friends. Hope you like this session. Have a good day. Bye-bye.